Yeah, just record these. I don't have to put it online if you don't want it.
No, I don't
online.
care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Alright, and oil pressure, and then I need to do, where were we? Oh, it's starting, sorry. Ground check, before takeoff. Tank, make sure it's
And so for the fuel selector, do you do your own time, or how do you time it? Okay. We'll do function again. There we go.
Okay, primer, in and locked. Static source. Seats, seatbelts. Harness.
Yep, I'm good.
Flaps. Good. Round nuts.
Yeah, just right there in the middle.
Controls.
Looks good.
Okay.
Free and correct.
Door, patch, radio, proper frequency.
Okay.
And transponder is on altitude.
There we go.
Alright. Torch on ground, Archer 3-8, Charlie Tango, run up complete.
3 Charlie Tango, roger, contact tower.
Contacting tower, 3 Charlie Tango.
Georgetown ground, experimental 27 Charlie Hotel, it's
Alright, so I can go ahead and taxi them.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're really used to saying contact when run-up is complete whenever they send you to Charlie. And so up here on Alpha 1, they tell you that, but you really don't need to because you're just right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Georgetown Tower, Archer 3-8, Charlie Tango, holding short, runway 18.
Archer 3 Charlie Tango, Georgetown Tower, proceed on course, runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 18. Proceed on course, Charlie Tango.
And then let's start that time for the fuel as well.
It should start automatically, right?
No, we just had to press start.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Because the other planes, they start automatically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of watch for it. Even if it does, I just make sure it's going. Alright, final's clear, the runway is clear, this is runway 18. I always just do a 3-point check, it's a personal thing. I always do that.
No, that's good. Anything I can learn from you that's different from what I already know?
Yeah, and a little bit of the wind coming from the left side, so I put some aileron to the left a little bit. Just because we have the wind coming.
Oh, okay.
So actually we're going to go into it just like that, just slightly. Yeah, airspeed looks good. Awesome.
Man, this thing picked up a lot easier than...
Yeah, the extra 20 horsepower does help get us up.
Well, 891 just doesn't come off the ground as easy.
Yeah, but on that takeoff, normally you just want ailerons into the wind so it doesn't pick up our wing and then flop us over.
But the wind was coming from that direction, right?
Oh, it was coming from this way. That's why it was like pointed. It was pointed in that direction, but it was coming like this.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we still have the same direction of wind up here at 9 knots coming toward us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll climb up 500 feet and then turn out to the left, off to the east.
Okay.
And then we still have a few of these steam gauges, just in case you like those compared to the glass.
Well, this is definitely messed up. I don't know how to reset that because it's way too high. We're not pitched up that high.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to correct it either. I think it would have to be a software issue, and I'm not sure about that at all.
How high you want to go?
Let's do 35. Okay. Yeah, 35 and heading 070.
Okay. By the way, today's my 50th.
Hey, happy birthday.
Nice.
Nice. Do you have anything fun planned for tonight?
Not really. This was my fun.
Yeah, this is pretty fun.
My wife's in New Mexico.
Okay. Yeah, flying is pretty fun. I'll be flying on my birthday later this fall, so
Yeah.
that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I was hoping to have my private before I turned 50, but I'm close.
Hey, close enough.
50 so old, feel so old.
Nah, not that old. Says the kid who's 23, but
Yeah, I envy you guys just because you're starting so young. I wish I had started this younger.
yeah, I mean, life is full of weird, crazy experiences, so at least you're getting into it now, you know?
Yeah.
You're not 70 years old getting into it. I have an older student, and it is very difficult. But, you know, everyone tries their hardest.
Georgetown Tower, 157 Whiskey Whiskey's on you. The visual for 18.
And citation 157 Whiskey Whiskey, Georgetown Tower. Good evening, runway 18, cleared to land.
What is the...
Clear to land, 157 Whiskey Whiskey.
OAT, or saturated, 29 degrees Celsius. I always climb a little higher just so it's not so hot.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it helps out.
So how much flying are you averaging a week now at CFI?
Probably 30 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a
Pretty
lot. I really jumped into it head first, so I'm gonna have to scale it back a little bit once the summer calms down, and it'll naturally scale back. You know, everyone goes back to work, back to school, but I'm taking the double I test later this month, so I kind of need to make sure I'm ready for that.
Right.
And I'm gonna set this altitude bug just way higher so we don't have to hear it.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Okay.
Alright, and we'll get into cruise gumps as well.
Okay. Gas full tank. Turn the mixture down. And then fuel pump.
Alright. Let's do... Show me how you set up and then get into slow flight.
Get into slow flight?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to do clearing turn first.
Yep, exactly.
I'm going to clear to the right first.
Okay.
Clear to the left.
Okay.
Okay. Comes check, gas full tank, undercarriage down, fuel mixture, and fuel pump.
Perfect.
And now we're going to slow this thing down.
Alright, and we'll maintain 3500 and 070. Then let's climb up to 3,700.
Hey,
You don't have to recover.
turn
We
left
can
when
just
able, and
climb
where
up
you
there.
parking? Up
Just in
air
slow
jet?
flight. We can climb
Yes,
up
sir,
the
going to
flight.
air jet.
Yeah, so you can
Roger,
you can leave your
Golf,
flaps on if you
Lima,
want.
cross runway 29er.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Foxtrot,
That last
Alpha
flap
1.
is just a lot of drag.
Okay, Golf Lima, sorry, we'll go to the end. We'll do Lima Foxtrot, terminal ramp and Alpha 1.
There you go. Just monitor the ground.
We'll do it.
So the biggest piece is keeping that right rudder in there, because if not, we're just slowly going to get left of course the whole time. So, it's not just like pumps of right rudder, it's just, consistent, a little bit. You just hold it in there the whole time. There we go. Let's make a left turn to 350.
And slow flight?
Yep, in slow flight, just maintaining this altitude. Airspeed's good, definitely good. So, pitch for airspeed, we're pulling back to kill it off, or pushing down to get some more. There we go. And then let's descend down to 2,900. Awesome, airspeed's looking good. Okay, yeah, right there at 60 knots. Do you normally go like 60 to 65 on the airspeed? Okay.
That's about right. I mean, slow flight, he said.
And that's pumps, who was
Okay.
that calling?
I try to keep it right around 60.
Okay. Yeah, in a range of like 60 to 65, that's pretty good. Let's level off. Never mind. That traffic is moving north. We're good. Yeah, we'll go down to 2,900. Awesome. So yeah, 50 feet before our altitude, just slowly start adding that in. And then we're good. There we go. There we go.
Full stop, information, Yankee.
6300 Sierra Fox, Georgetown Top.
Alright, so go ahead and recover for me, and we'll get out of slow flight.
Right base 1A, 6300 Sierra Foxtrot.
Man, you're getting good.
Positive 3.
I'll make it easy.
Positive 3.
There we go, holding that right rudder in there.
0612.
Squawk 0612.
And then there we are. Alright, so we'll just get into it. So flying along and then your engine goes out. So show me what you do there.
Okay, engine's out. So now I'm going to aviate first. Get to my glide slope.
Okay.
Glide speed. And I'm going to find a place to land.
Yeah.
I don't like those power lines there.
Nope, me either, so we'll probably stay clear on this side of it. Okay.
And that.
Alright.
Now that I'm going to navigate to it, and I'm going to start investigating, look at my fuel pump. I'm going to try and pump fuel tanks.
Okay.
Make sure, try and start it. If that doesn't work, after I do all that, then I'm going to communicate.
Okay.
Squawk 7700, Georgetown Tower, 38 Charlie Tango, I'll call you on the ground, inch now.
Yep.
And I'm gonna start shutting down, open the door,
Okay.
and get ready to land.
Alright. So hold that nose backwards a little fast. Yeah, you want to stay right there around 70, 75 or so. Okay, so we shut it all down, mixture's out, throttle's out, engine, or the fuel shut off all the way to the back down there by your left foot.
Yep.
And then we're going to crack this door to 1,000 feet. And what else?
Get set up to land.
Yep, and then we have another power line over here. So, yeah, I'd probably just, definitively stay on this side of it. Try to steer clear of it.
Try and land into the wind.
Okay.
We're going north right now.
Yep.
Wind's at 1-6.
Okay, so we have the power line on the left, power line on the right, so...
Right there.
Okay, yeah. And so if we need flaps to get down there, you can use them. Now let's go ahead, we're just acting like, downwind base final, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting down. Yeah, we can go land by the cows and say hi. Anyway, I think if we make a, like a base final turn, we'll make it, let's go around.
Terrain.
Yep, let's go around.
Caution. Terrain. Terrain. Caution. Terrain. Terrain.
There we go.
Traffic not available.
Runway 18, clear to land.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, I probably would have turned into the wind right off the bat,
Okay.
and then found a field probably behind us. That was good. We got a little fast on the airspeed, letting that nose down, so pull back, and then use this trim if you want. That's also worked for it too. So just trim back to keep that nose up, maintaining glide speed. It's, less of me having to pull back, and I can focus on troubleshooting the engine. Yeah. Yeah, and let's see, we're this low, so let's do some ground reference maneuvers at 1600.
Okay.
And let's do turns around a point. So we enter these on the downwind all the time, so we pretty much have the wind at our back right now, pushing us at 12 knots. So we can do some clearing turns, gumps check, just as always. Man, so many cows. They're just like little ants hanging out.
Okay, I'm going to use that lake over there.
Okay. And then we know we have a power line here going out, another one a little further. Radio towers are out of the way, water towers out of the way.
That lake, it's okay.
This one, off the
Yeah.
nose?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
CFI, stable, turn right 29er into Juliet Genesis, connect.
All right, thank you. Juliet Genesis.
Wind's going to be coming at me, so this is my shallowest turn.
It's kind of going to be pushing us away. Yeah, somewhere there in the middle. And then we want to be about a mile out from our point, so I would, yeah, it's just about a mile. So you don't have to turn. Let's just continue, straight a little bit, and then set ourselves up a little more.
Okay. We always did it tighter.
Really?
Yeah.
I know in the ACS it's about a mile out. That's what the testing standards are.
Oh, okay.
But just in case, let me pull that up. I don't want to be giving you wrong information. Yeah, I mean, this is a good distance right here. If you want to go ahead and start your turn.
All right.
Well, it says appropriate distance from the point. So, never mind. Whatever you feel is best. It's totally up to you. I find it a little easier to be more out, like probably this distance, just because if the wind starts pushing you or pulling you in,
Yeah.
we get to maneuver a little better if I'm far away.
Okay.
And so what I do is if I have trouble understanding the whole, steepest bank with the wind going at me and then shallow whenever I'm going against the wind, I just make this imaginary circle and track around that point on the ground, and then I fly it. And I'll find a point, like, okay, I'm going to fly to these trees here. After that, I'm going to fly to the pond with the cows. After that, I'll fly to the next point. And so it just kind of helps me keep a good radius and thinking ahead of where I'm going to be flying. There we go, so we're pretty much perpendicular with the wind here, so normal bank rate, nothing too shallow or steep. And then what altitude did we start this maneuver at? Do you remember?
16.
16, okay. Yeah, so plus or minus 100. Looking good there. And then as we come up on this edge, the wind's going to be pushing us into that point. So we'll kind of shallow it out, beat the wind at its own game. But the biggest thing the examiner wants to see is that, we're referencing that point, flying around it, and then we're also looking ahead of us. We're looking for those power lines, for the radio towers, for, mountains, controlled flight into terrain, anything like that. There we go. Awesome, so now we're back perpendicular to the wind, so it's just normal bank angle, nothing too crazy. But then it's going to end up moving to the tail, so we'll steepen that up as we make our way around.
Georgetown Tower, Cessna 62 Alpha Whiskey. 12 miles to your northwest, so we have information. Yankee.
Alright, that looks good.
Inbound for a full
We can
stop.
go ahead and just exit the maneuver here. We'll go wings level and just climb up to 3,000 and do some hood work.
Okay.
And the only thing I would do different about that is enter it on the downwind leg. So like we're downwind now with the wind pushing us. Come up to the pond just on this leg and then enter it from there. Your first bank is going to be pretty steep, coming around, doing the whole thing.
Okay.
That kind of helps you just remember because your commercial maneuvers in the future, those are going to be entering on the downwind as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get as much hood time as we can. So I'll take the controls and you can try to get this on your head best as possible.
Alright.
My controls.
Your controls.
My controls. Alright, so yeah, you got me your control. Ooh, actually, sorry.
The traffic.
Traffic that we don't want to deal with. Skydivers.
Oh.
Yeah. We're good though. Alright, so, glories of being under the hood, you can't see outside, so your controls.
My controls.
Your controls, you're just referencing the instruments. So what we're doing is we're developing an instrument scan. So I'm going to look at my attitude indicator, airspeed, and altimeter, and then if you want to look at the glass, we can. But we're just going to kind of make a flow and how we're looking at those instruments. So let's go up to 3,000 and then level off there and get me into cruise flight.
Okay.
And we'll continue this heading 100. Yeah, so that happens. You start to get into a bank that you don't realize.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to defeat is instrument fixation. So, you're looking at that altitude because you have to level off, and then we just focus on that altitude,
Right.
and then something else happens. We're banking, or we're going too fast, going too slow.
Yep.
And so whenever you're under the hood and focusing on the instruments, we're also just kind of developing a feel of the airplane. So the other kind of perceptions that we gain, the feeling, how it sounds, what it, I can't taste and smell it, but mostly the feeling and the hearing portion of it.
I wish I could fix this. I gotta find out how to do that.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off a little, but I can use that.
Give me 10 degrees up really quick. Okay, so that's inaccurate to give me, look at that, reference that for 30 degrees of left bank.
For what?
30 degrees of left bank. There we go. Okay, so that's not, okay. For the most part, reference that attitude indicator where it is kind of fixed to be nose up, 5 degrees in cruise flight. But it also does sit up on the ground. Whenever we're on the ground, it does kind of go nose up.
That was messed up now.
Yeah, so this is level right here. Okay. That should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks correct. Alright, so we're at 3,200. Take me up to 3,500 feet. And I'm just going to be giving you a series of headings and altitudes, kind of acting as ATC.
Okay.
And I'm going to switch us over to Temple since we're kind of close up here.
Whiskey runway.
Awesome. And let's turn right, 160.
Traffic, Grumman 657, left base, runway 15, typical traffic.
Awesome. Looking good.
Okay.
Let's go descend down to 2,800.
Traffic, Grumman 657, base, final runway 15, full stop, typical traffic.
Alright. And then the heading of 150. If you want to put the heading bug on 150, you can, just so we can, you know, make it an
Which
easier
one is
reference.
that?
It's going to be, yeah, that one right there, and just start turning it. There we go. Oh, that's funny. It's telling us it can't give us an exact heading. Huh.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, so yeah, 2,800, 150. Let's turn right, 200.
Traffic, Grumman 657, clear 15 at Charlie, taxi to the fuel pump area, typical traffic.
There we go. Alright, so let's do slow flight again. So
Okay.
just under the hood, it's the same exact principle, but I'm just your eyes outside, so clearing turns are good, everything looks really good. You'll do gumps and slow flight.
Gas. Time to change the tanks.
Okay.
Whoops, fuel pump on. Oh, this thing's locked. the left tank now.
Okay. Left tank is good. I'll pull it for you.
Yeah, this thing's messed up.
Okay.
Alright.
There we go. So, the rest of the gumps, and then we'll do
gas
stuff
full
by-
tank, undercarriage, down, fuel pump, fuel mixture,
Okay.
seat belts.
Perfect. Then we'll do 2800, and then here at 180.
Got 180.
Yep. There we go. Guys, just watch out for that heading. This is a nice scan. So we look at that altitude, see what we're doing, then go to the heading. And then back to that. If you want to check your attitude, cool. And let's climb up to 3,300. And we'll still be heading 180.
Okay.
A little bit of right rudder, there we go.
To 3,000?
3,300.
Okay.
Alright, we'll maintain this for a little bit. And did you and Jarrett ever work on the VOR tracking?
No.
Interesting, okay. Alright, so let's recover from slow flight.
Okay. Cram. Positive rate. Positive rate. And positive rate.
Perfect. Maybe I just get us on a cruise flight.
Cruise flight.
Yep.
Alright, guns check. Gas full tank.
Alright, perfect. So as far as the VOR tracking, do you have a like a VFR sectional or like your iPad with the VFR sectional?
Yeah.
Alright, so get that out. I'll take the controls really quick.
Oh, actually no, not with me.
Oh, not with you?
I've got my
Okay.
phone.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just pull up my iPad. So your controls.
Controls.
And let me get this really quick. Still your eyes outside, everything looks good. Alright, so on the VFR sectional, this thing right here, this blue circle with the radials, that's the VOR.
Okay.
This is going to be its identification right here, Centex 122.8, and then over there is the Morse code with the dots and the dashes.
Okay.
So we're going to use nav2 since we have this steam gauge in here. It's a bit more tricky to use the glass.
Okay.
Let's turn right to 360. We'll stay out of Taylor's way. But what we're going to do is first
Lake
we're
Area traffic, Starflight 1 medevac helicopter about 10 miles to the west.
we're going to tune into and identify the VOR. So what we do first is 122.8, it's already set in there. And then this is nav2, so we press nav2, and then pull this little thing to identify it. Oops. We're going to turn the volume up. And we listen for that Morse code right there. And so it's a little tricky, but that's what Morse code is. I'm sure you've heard it before. Turn it off. Somehow it's going to go on. There. Alright, so we tune into it and identify it. And now what I'm going to do is just take this and spin it all the way until I get a 2 indication. So right now it's FR for from, but I want to go to the VOR. So, 2, and now I'm going to keep spinning this OBS until my needle lines up. Oh, kind of went past. Now I'm just going to play around with it. And it lines up right about there. And so it's pointed to 190 pretty much. So now we're going to turn 190 to go to the VOR. So let's go ahead and do that. And did you guys ever talk about a standard rate turn?
Yeah, we did, but
Okay.
it's hard for me to...
It's a little different in there, but we still have the steam gauge over there, so we'll do that next.
Okay, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So right now we're just going to fly 190 to the VOR, that needle lined up, and right there, probably 195.
Okay.
You know, call it something like 190, 195. So we're just going to head that heading, and that's going to take us directly to the VOR. We're on the 195 radial to the VOR. Perfect. And that's pretty much how we find out how we're going to get to that nav station on the ground, the VOR, is we make sure we have the 2 indication, move this OBS around until we get our needle lined up, and then we're going to fly that heading toward the VOR. It's pretty simple for the most part. But what if I want to know where I am? Which radial am I on that's going to be from the VOR? Because we're up here on the north part, on the north side of the VOR.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is move the OBS again, turn it around until I get the FR from indication. Perfect, there it is. And keep turning this OBS until the needle lines up. Good. Move it back. All right, so it's slowly getting to center. I'm gonna keep moving it, just little adjustments. So it looks like we are on the 015 radial from the VOR.
Okay.
So if we wanted to go from the VOR out, we're gonna stay on the 015 radial.
Right.
If I wanna go to it, I'm gonna turn the OBS, get my 2 indication coming up, and then finally line up that needle again.
Eastbound.
And we're still like 190, 195 is going to take us to the VOR. So it's just as simple as that. And we'll do some practice with it. So really what I want to do is just introduce the hood work to you now. Because we need 3 hours of hood work. And so we're going to be doing like, you know, the slow flight. I'll give you headings and altitudes to go to. We'll do this VOR tracking. And then now we're going to work on the standard rate turn. And so...
Yeah, we did some of those.
Yeah, okay, so how long does it take to turn 360 degrees at a standard rate?
I think it's a minute. I don't remember.
Okay, that turn coordinator, what does it say?
It's going to be, I may be, the medevac helicopter may be crossing.
2 minutes, yeah, 2 minutes for 360 degrees. So 180 would be how many minutes?
Lakeway.
So 2 minutes, it says 2 minutes, but does that mean 180?
Nope, that means 360.
Okay, so
yeah.
then 1 minute.
Okay, perfect. What about 90 degrees?
30 seconds.
Perfect, so you got that down. To turn the standard rate turn, we're just going to line, so if we turn to the right, we're going to line that wing up with the second notch there on the right side and keep that ball on the cage.
Right.
And the biggest thing is keeping that ball on the cage because that's going to be giving us the quality of the turn. So let's do standard rate to the right side.
We've got you in sight.
Right.
Yeah, I've got you in sight now too. Thanks.
We'll extend our downwind just a little bit for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm on course, this heading.
There we go. Looks pretty good there. Awesome, and so standard rate, it's pretty slow. You're not looking outside right now, but it's just a nice and gentle bank, and we're not turning too fast. You know, this is maybe 14, 13 degrees of bank, and so it's never going to be too much. And your faster airplanes, you get into jets, a standard rate's going to be a lot more steep and deeper into the bank, but for us, it's not too much. Pretty simple. So standard rate, I would say, is really easy to catch on to. But whenever ATC gives us a heading to turn to, they assume that we're going to be turning at standard rate.
Okay.
It's more prevalent in instrument flying and your instrument training that every single turn you make, no matter what you're doing, is standard rate. So if we're, you know, just turning because we're vectoring to final, or because we are doing the missed approach off of an ILS, everything is standard rate. And even whenever you have something in the GPS and it tells you to turn, that's going to be a standard rate turn. So you got that down? I'm pretty good with that. We can go back to wings level and keep cruising here at 3,000. And how about we go back to Georgetown and do some landings?
Okay.
Yeah? Alright, so I'm going to stay under the hood because we'll get as much time as possible. But let's turn, just do a 180 either left or right. Doesn't matter. We'll head back to Georgetown. So you keep flying. I'm going to actually just take us all the way in, pretty much to the final approach course. And then right at the end, I'll have you take the hood off, or attempt to. We'll take the headset off and everything. And then you'll come in and land us in. So I'm going to get the weather really quick.
Advise you have ATIS Yankee.
Yankee.
Georgetown to ATIS information Yankee. Time 2250 the weather. Wind 150 at 12. Visibility 10 miles. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature tree dew point 20. Altimeter 2991. Visual approach for runway 18 in use. Bird advisories are in effect. VFR craft advised on initial contact. Direction of departure. Advise you have ATIS Yankee.
Alright, we have Yankee. And yeah, this is a good heading right here.
Any way you can hand me my water?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm super thirsty.
Is it in your bag?
It's out. It should be out.
Oh, there it is. There you go. And let's go wings level here. We're pretty much heading toward the lake. And I'll give them a call.
Sierra Foxtrot, ready for departure, 18.
Good. 263 Sierra Foxtrot, proceed on course, runway 18, clear to go.
Feedback is just
Clear for takeoff, 18.
a bit much. Or do you like flying with the window open?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Okay. Alright, Georgetown Tower, Archer 38 Charlie Tango, just about 10 miles to the east, inbound for touch and go with Yankee.
Push 3, Charlie Tango, Georgetown Tower, enter left base, runway 18, squawk 0626.
0626, and what were the instructions for the approach?
Left base for runway 18.
Alright, left base 180626, 8 Charlie Tango.
Tower, Cub 696, hold short 18, ready.
Cub 30696, Georgetown Tower, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
18, clear for takeoff, 696.
Alright, so just keep flying us there. Everything's looking pretty good so far. And so I'm pretty much just gonna vector you to final, and I'm gonna get really, really particular, or just with like more commands as we get closer and closer. Actually, since you're
1232 Golf, midfield left traffic, 18, touch and go.
I'll probably just vector you to base, and then you can take us from there.
18, clear touch and go, 1232 Golf.
And you can see Georgetown, so that's such a cheat, but we'll just go straight in for the left base, 18. But the GPS is another resource that you would have at your advantage, so, you know, use it if you can.
Georgetown Tower, Sierra 630, Sierra Foxtrot will be leaving the area heading to the west.
00 Sierra Foxtrot, proceed on course. Have a good evening, Catherine. See you later.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful weekend and thanks for all your help.
Alright, I'll let you go ahead and take the hood off. It's been 30 minutes exactly, so we'll just keep it there. So, my controls. Alright, now you can see the ground, your controls. So, take us to the airport. We'll do a normal landing for this first one.
Okay.
3-2 Golf going around.
This is 3-2 Golf, Roger, extend upwind, I'll call you crosswind for sequence.
Sending upwind, you're calling crosswind, 1-2-3-2 Golf.
First 3, sorry, Tango, runway 18, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, runway 18, 38 Charlie Tango. Almost at 38.
Always catches you.
Not used to this plane.
It's really nice for instrument flying, so hopefully you'll like it then.
Yeah, no, I do like it. I just want to fix that. I'm going to read up on how to fix that. Because I'm sure there's something we can do, right? Should be, right?
I've heard most adjustments like that they have to be programmed at installation, or you'd have to do something pretty special, but I'm not sure. That's way out of my pay grade to worry about that.
Well, you can adjust this one, so you should be able to adjust it.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Sister to Golf, you make left traffic, left downwind approved, suspect follow Cherokee over the interstate, left base.
Left traffic, we'll follow that Cherokee, 3-2 Golf.
There we go. You're forgetting one last thing.
Jumps,
There we go.
gas, we'll switch it on our downwind.
Okay.
Undercarriage down, fuel mixture.
1-2-3 Golf, midfield, touch and go.
Factory to Golf, follow Cherokee, short final number 2, runway 18, clear touch and go.
Traffic not available.
Follow Cherokee, clear for touch and go.
Awesome, so we're just crabbing in here. Once we start the round out flare, we'll put that aileron into the wind. It's coming from this direction.
Georgetown Tower, Camp 1864 Mike, about 8 miles to the northeast for landing with Yankee.
A little more back.
Camp 1864 Mike, Georgetown Tower, make sure and approach 4, runway 18.
64 Mike, runway 18.
I love how this thing comes off the ground, though.
Yeah,
It
it does.
just feels
Champ 65 Mike, squawk 0614.
0614.
There's a little more back pressure on the control wheel whenever we come there for the round out and flare. And we'll just kill all that airspeed. And then, not quite as much dancing on the rudder pedals. We hold the aileron into the wind, and then just the slight opposite rudder. So it'd be, some left aileron and then right rudder to keep us going down. And that'll just smoothly touch us down right there.
Okay.
But we'll go for it again. I'm here to try as many times as we need. Because I love to fly.
Did he tell us fly left traffic?
We're just assuming it, so. We'll report midfield though.
Yeah.
And let's make this next one a short field landing.
Okay.
And if you want me to demonstrate anything, let me know. I'm more than happy to.
So I'm going for the 1,000 footers, right?
Okay, yep, if you want to.
Yeah, that's how we did it anyway.
Okay. You just, you give your point to the examiner and he'll watch it from there.
Georgetown Tower, Archer 38, Charlie Tango, left midfield downwind for touch and go.
Charlie Tango, runway 18, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, runway 18, 38 Charlie Tango.
And just remember, the power is your friend in this one. So if you feel like you're too low, you add some power.
Right.
Then we also get the ground effect, float it from there, and that's pretty much it.
GM64 Mike following Cherokee traffic, left base to final, number 2, runway 18, clear land.
64 Mike following Cherokee, cleared to land. Radio Golf is a midfield for touch and go.
Dr. DeGolf, extend downwind, I'll call your base turn following Piper Champ, right base to final.
Send downwind, you're calling base 32 Golf.
And so normally, the numbers are the aiming point, and then from there, kind of round out, get into that ground effect, and then kind of glide it all the way to the 1,000 footers from there. But that power is your friend, so use it as much or as little as you need.
Yeah.
Traffic not available.
Alright, here's our ground effect.
Mike has the Cherokee on downwind.
Dr. DeGolf, base follow, number 2, runway 18, clear for the option.
Full stop, 64 Mike.
And we'll actually probably make the next one a full stop.
1232 Golf, stern and base, follow, clear for the option, 18. Tell you what, I'm slower than you. Let me do a 360 and get out of your way. You can go ahead and do a touch and go. 64 Mike.
Champ 64 Mike, cancel landing clearance. Right 360 maneuver is approved. Follow the Skyhawk left base final.
It's not too bad outside, not too windy and thermally.
Yeah, it's actually nice today.
Yeah, granted it's still hot, 95 degrees, but take what I can get.
What kind of landing do you want this one?
Let's do a soft field. So, pretty much normal. We just keep that nose off of the runway as long as possible.
All right.
Champ 64 Mike, number 2, runway 18, cleared to land.
64 Mike, number 2, cleared to land. Okay, and there's the Cessna.
Short Centaur 38 Charlie Tango, left midfield downwind for full stop.
Mark 3 Charlie Tango, make 1 right 360 for sequence spacing.
Making right 360 for sequence spacing. 38 Charlie Tango. So I do that right now, right?
Yep. Pretty much as soon as they tell us, go ahead and start doing it, because normally it's pretty urgent, and we don't want to wait too long.
And standard rate, right?
Standard rate? Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't think he's expecting that, but let's go with it. We'll stay with it.
Okay.
Just because the whole, 360 for sequence spacing, it's not standard. They'll give you a call for it if they need it. So, not standard. Do I have to do standard rate? Some would say yes, some would say no. I would say it just depends on the situation. But whatever it is, keep the same rate all the way around.
Right.
Yeah,
3 Charlie Tango, traffic Piper Champ, short final number 2, runway 18, clear land.
Number 2, runway 18, clear to land. 38 Charlie Tango. I see him. It's off our left wing.
Okay.
Champ 64 Mike, where you park?
64 Mike, we're just going to get some gas.
Turn left at Delta, Alpha Echo to the fuel pumps. Contact ground on your way out, 119.12.
19.2 for ground, 64 Mike, thanks. And it's an Aranca.
Traffic not available.
Turned a little late there.
Yeah, you're good.
1232 Golf, midfield, for touch and go.
Roger, Golf number 2, Romeo 18, clear, touch and go.
18 clear, 232 Golf.
A little turbulent now that you said that.
Yeah, after coming off those trees, it gets a little funky. Yeah, so crosswind landing, just aileron into the wind.
Yep.
And then that opposite rudder keeping us going down the runway. Alright. And we'll take 1-1.
Sure, Charlie Tango, turn left runway 11, contact ground.
Left on 11, contact ground, 30 at Charlie Tango. Sorry to say 891.
It's too easy. There we go. Take that turn a little slow. And then we'll kind of just call him now, let him know we're off one.
Alright.
We'll go to pilot's choice.
Torch on ground, Archer 38 Charlie Tango, turning left on Lima off of runway 11. I'd like to go back to pilot's choice.
Archer 38 Charlie Tango, ground, roger, taxi via Lima, Foxtrot, terminal ramp Alpha 1.
Lima, Foxtrot, turn around, Alpha 1 to pilot's choice, 38 Charlie Tango.
Alright, but we'll get past the whole short line and then do the after landing checklist. There you go.